We're Duncan and Soph. This year, we decided to quit our city jobs to adventure and to experience more of the things that we enjoy most. First stop, New South Wales, then on to the tropical north, following the sun all the way around Australia. For how long? Who knows? Are we crazy? Probably. But if not now, then probably never. Subscribe, and we'll see you on the road.
Today's the big day. Waking up to our last morning in the Highlands after isolating here for a month or so, restrictions have finally started to ease, and we're getting ready to hit the road and head north to continue our trip around Australia.
Water tanks.
With our pre-flight checks complete, it was time to set off, which involved more than a few tight turns getting out of the driveway, if I'm being honest, which I'm certain must have shrunk since I did it last time. Well, that's my story, I'm sticking to it anyway. After a bit of tree surgery, we did manage to get out.
Just like that. First stop on the road trip is Narsons Bay, Port Stephens.
Finally on the road, we head up to Stockton Beach to meet a group of friends to go forward driving on the dunes. Like most four-wheel drive trips, we spend a lot of the time, if not all of the time, digging/winching one or multiple cars out of the sand. This was probably good practice for us, as I have a feeling it won't be the last time we need to do a recovery on the trip ahead.
After an awesome weekend with mates, we got back on the road, heading north to Forster and the surrounding lakes. We'd be staying at Camp Elam in the Booty Booty National Park. It's a pretty cool campground tucked away on a narrow strip of land between the pristine waters of Wallis Lake and the idyllic Sandbar Beach. Not a bad place to officially kick off our big lap of Australia.
I woke up this morning, it's been super heavy rain, and I just noticed these running streams of water coming from under the fridge and sort of around the bathroom area and sort of on all sides. So I think somewhere, and it might have just been the angle of the rain and the vents, a lot of water's got into the van. So at the moment I'm just mopping it up, and I've gone outside to have a bit of a look, but I can't really see other than the vents where it would have come in.
With the weather starting to brighten up, we head into Forster Tuncurry to pick up some fresh and local ingredients for dinner. This area is known for its award-winning oysters and seafood, with local fishermen bringing their catch to the Wallis Lake Fish Co-op each morning.
With the fish on ice, we drove south to Sandbar Beach, a four-wheel drive spot 30 minutes down the road towards Seal Rocks. There had been a significant amount of rain that night, so the ranger got a good old bath in a series of reasonably deep pools along the beach entrance.
epic beach.
The last beach we were on, didn't really feel like I needed to let my air out of the tyres. This sand is super soft and powdery, and definitely struggling with full 40 psi in the tyres. So going down to 15, and hopefully that makes a huge difference. We'll see. What I've noticed though is because it's like real wet sand, sticky sand, it's gummed up all the tread. That's why we're just sort of spinning on the spot. And the engine's working so hard. How much easier was that once we dropped the tyre pressure?
Yeah.
My God, that was like driving a completely different car.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would make that much difference. I knew it makes a difference to drop tyre pressure, that's why people do it, but I didn't think it'd make as much difference as it did. Not bad, right? So while Soph gets the food ready, we've seen a few people having fires on this beach. And I thought that'd be quite a nice idea. So I've been sent on the task of finding wood, burnable wood. Everything's looking pretty green. I'm walking up this path now. It's pretty steep. And hopefully I come back with the goods and we can have a bit of a fire. Oh, yeah, I'm not going up there. Someone's taken probably one of the filthiest I've ever seen just on the path there, which is pretty diabolical. I mean, four-wheel driving gets all sorts, but you can at least walk off the track and dig it in, mate. Seriously, I can't believe that. That was horrible. I'm not going to record it because no one wants to see that. But my God, got myself a treat. Firewood collection check. Bloody easy. I got the easy job. Picked up some really nice fresh local oysters that look amazing, and I'm pretty sure they won a bunch of awards, or Soph keeps telling me. Then we've got a bunch of local fish, snapper, whiting, and baby octopus, and Soph's gonna put on a display, and I'm gonna do the honourable job of just eating and drinking beers. Sounds pretty good to me, to be honest. I'm looking at Soph behind there and she's just smiling at me. Yeah. So what are we eating tonight?
I'm going to do the same dressings that we did the other day, the same vignettes with the oysters. So I've got a ginger one and a wasabi. And then we're going to just do some simple fish tacos.
Fish tacos? Fish tacos. I did know that. I don't know why I panicked. I did know that. Fish tacos.
Simple. It's just a little bit of rice, wine vinegar, a same amount of sake. That's right. And then it's just a tiny bit of soy. And then it says a thumb-sized amount of ginger, but I find you generally double anything a recipe says, because you want this to be super spicy, super fiery. Lastly, just a dab of mirin. This one's my favourite. Don't prefer the other one, but I just add a bit of wasabi into quite a lot, actually, about that much. And mix it in with some Kewpie mayo. Love this stuff. About that much. Just to give it a bit of suppose a creamier texture. And then you add rice wine vinegar and mirin. It's so simple. Yeah, just got fire to it.
We had a lot of rain this morning, so I'm surprised how I could light that just with a lighter on this kindling. But once it got some heat to it, she's awesome. It's turning into a perfect afternoon, isn't it? And I challenge you to name a better afternoon than fire, oysters, beers on the beach. Oh my God, we're the luckiest people on earth. In this moment, we're the luckiest people on earth. I swear. Sophie's just pointed out that we've got these.
We have these, they're perfect. Dual use.
Dual use maxi tracks.
There you go.
Full driving recovery, and hopefully, if you don't sit on the pointy end, a nice seat. Should have bought a shovel, eh? On our list of things to get, we had shovel, and yep, still haven't got one. These work pretty well though. Bit of softness for the old ass. I made a judgment call. My bum would have been just okay, but you know, got ladies present. They've got softer bums than we do, so it's looking pretty good.
I just bought some ingredients to make a marinade for the fish. Simple Cajun, smoked paprika, lemon pepper, some fresh lemon, sesame oil, salt and pepper. Super simple. Here we go. Don't get it on your pants, it'll stain. So we just went to the Wallis Lake Fish Co-op this morning and just said, give us whatever's local and fresh. And they selected this baby squid, which is, yeah, it's really nice. And actually looks like it's already been marinated in some chilies and coriander. So I think we'll just leave that and pan fry it and have it whole with a bit of sauce. And then we've got some baby snapper and some whiting. So all of this is fished here locally, and then it gets sent off to, or down to Sydney every couple of days. So yeah, this we'll put in the marinade, put in the tacos. Well done.
Don't believe what they say about you, Soph.
I know.
They were lying. You were
Yeah.
both generous and kind.
I know. And there was me hedging my bets again. I bought fire lighters. Did you need them?
Nah.
Nah. It rained last night. Did you find dry wood?
Yep.
There you go.
It's always, I love it when a plan comes together, eh?
There's a plan in everything, kid. And I love it when a plan comes together.
This beach is something else now. The sun drops. It's like the water's getting bluer. Beautiful.
Good day.
Even serving with the ice, how professional.
Guess what? You've made a little couch.
Look at that.
Yes.
I'm really impressed. Well done.
Yay. Looks like restaurant quality. Should hopefully taste like restaurant quality.
And then, yeah boy, there's my fire. Equally as attractive as Sophie's oysters. It's actually a nice temperature, isn't it? Good bit of heat.
It's perfect. And this seat works really well.
You a fan of the seat?
I am. I'm impressed with what you've done. Yeah.
I
Nailed it.
put the towel down for you to cushion your
Yes.
royal buttocks.
Yeah, because I noticed you put the sharp edge of the max tracks upwards.
No, it's the other way around. This isn't the sharp way.
Really?
There's studs on both sides.
It feels like it's going this way.
See, I knew it. You
Know it.
got an English bum.
Yeah.
Not used to sitting on hard objects. I don't know where I'm going with that, so I'll leave it there. I'll
Yeah.
leave it there. Anyway, let's get into this.
There's just something so nice about being next to the ocean, in nature, and eating produce that was literally farmed 15 kilometres away.
Oh, 100%. But I'd go a step further and say everything is better when you eat it at the ocean.
I mean, you've got a fire.
And you got a fire, you're on the beach. Oh, life's pretty good.
Yeah.
Feeling pretty blessed right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a really nice day today. We've been so lucky with the weather. Chalk and cheese to this morning.
And the weather's turned up. Raining all morning, flooding, and then beautiful sunny beach, even a little sunset.
Looking.
It's smelling really, really good.
It does, doesn't it?
You've done a great job marinating it.
It's pretty good. You did such a good job of cooking this. It's like chili and coriander. How good is that?
That's so good.
I'm gonna eat more.
Righto, so show us how this marshmallowing's done.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. I'm definitely not going. Catch our next video where Duncan loses the battle to stay in the sun, and we head inland back into the cold to do the loop from Mudgee to Orange and on to the Warrumbungles. Despite some very generous tastings in Mudgee, we spend the day exploring some local wineries by bicycle. Alcohol and exercise. What could possibly go wrong?